The big dog barks back. Last week's episode with Roman Reigns was the lowest rated Raw in the Netflix era, but this week's Raw with Roman Reigns bounces back and it's only the second lowest rating in the Netflix era. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and it doesn't really matter whether it's the lowest rating of all time or whether it's the second lowest rating of all time. We can all agree that the ratings fucking suck.
Yeah, woo! The dog has got no bark left in it for the big dog. It is rinse and repeat, and as we've said off camera and on camera, once you hit record lows, you can't just keep going down. It's going to marinate for a little while like it's a slow cooker of shite, and that's what we're seeing here. It'll consistently hover around 2.3, 2.4. Then it'll go to 2.2. That's what happens, though. We've seen it with AEW, and we've seen it for years now. You're not just going to drop from 2.3 to like 1.5. It doesn't happen overnight. And next week, I actually think they'll do a decent rating because of the Rollins. Well, I say a decent rating. I think maybe next week you look at a 2.5 because of the number one contendership match and obviously Rollins getting turned on. But see in a couple of weeks, see around Christmas, man, what do you think this is going to be sitting at? 2.1s, 2.0s? We're looking at rock bottom around then, but this narrative about Roman Reigns being a massive draw, it needs to be reeled in, doesn't it? Because he's just fucking not.
Well, that's two Raws in a row. Roman Reigns has been on them, 2.3 and a 2.4. The lowest rated Raw of all time and the second lowest rated Raw of all time. So this guy being a huge ratings draw, this guy having star power, just not true. It's just not true, or else the numbers would be there to back it up. Nobody's sitting watching a 2.5 hour Raw just to see Roman Reigns for 10 minutes.
But there's weird though, there's these people going about with the narrative, oh, but this isn't Roman's prime anymore, he's done, he's slowing down. Folks, he's 40 years old, and he literally lost the belt, 18 months ago in a 5-year title reign. People are acting like it's Austin coming back in 2025 from like 2003, that's when he was like last full time essentially. Big fucking difference. Roman Reigns should still be riding that wave of being a main offender, shouldn't he?
Well, if this isn't Roman Reigns' prime, then it's certainly not The Rock's prime, and anytime he comes back, he does way better in the ratings than Roman Reigns does, so no buying that. That's just an excuse.
That's all they've got, though. They're full of excuses, and as for Roman Reigns, I mean, we've seen this beatdown happen a million times. He comes out, slow walk, Superman punched the fat fuck Bronson Reed, and I actually can't stand Bronson Reed. I don't know why is this guy getting pushed down our throat, and it's the fact that Wade Barrett has to sit there and fangirl. I mean, a guy that's like 47 screaming tsunami. It's actually embarrassing. There's nothing impressive about Bronson Reed.
Tsunami! Tsunami! Shut the fuck up, eh? It's just a big fat guy that's not impressive. Never has been impressive. Never will be impressive. And the fact he actually beat Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel is astonishing to me. I never seen that coming. And it's even worse because, yeah, you could say, well, he had the help of Bronson Reed, or he had the help of Braun Breaker, but Roman Reigns had the help of the Usos, and the last time I checked, that was 3-on-2. That means the maths was in favour of the Usos and Reigns. And
how weak did Jey Uso feel, by the way, during that? It's a former world champion. And he felt just as fucking retarded as Jimmy.
Anyway, here's the ratings for the 10th of, the 6th, of October show. 2.4 global million views, 117 runtime minutes. You can see it's up on the last 2 weeks. 2.3, 2.3, but it's the joint second lowest of all time with a 2.4. So yeah, 2.4, 2.3, same shit. So
see if you look at the trends though, at the left hand side, it's like they do 2.6, 7, 9, then it's consistently going down to a 5, back up towards SummerSlam. But see, ever since SummerSlam, they've went down to a 2.4, couple of weeks at 2.6, back to a 2.3, 2.3, 2.4, and see before you know it'll be a 2.2. And it just continues that trend.
Yeah, they'll get the odd spike after a big show like a SummerSlam or a Mania, but I mean, in reality, after they get that spike, those numbers will dwindle down once again. And I'm sure there's a big spike. I say a big spike. I'm sure there's a little spike coming up soon. Could it be Survivor Series? Could it be John Cena's last match or something along those lines? I mean, maybe. Could be one of the Saturday night main events, the show before or the show after. We might get, you know, a 3 or a 2.9, but sooner or later it's going to go down to 2.3 again. It's going to go down to 2.2, and I believe that Raw will be under 2 million soon. Now I don't know what it will be by the end of the year, but I certainly believe that within the next year, certainly, we will see Raw go under 2 million. They might stay above it for the rest of the year because they do have Cena, they do have Survivor Series, they've got stuff coming up, Saturday night main events, and then you go straight into the Rumble period. So yeah, there is enough big shows that they might be able to stay above 2 million. But I mean, this time next year, I don't even think it's a question. Of course, they'll go under 2 million. I think it's just a question of how low will they go. Could be 1.8, could be 1.7, could be 1.6.
You're saying they've got Cena though, right? Which is a decent enough component, but at the same time, Cena's only got 4 appearances left. One Saturday night's main event and one is Survivor Series, which leaves 2 Raws in the build-up to Survivor Series. Are you telling me late in December? I don't know. Are Netflix going to allow WWE to do a best-of edition for Netflix? Is that cutting the mustard? I mean, what I would say is the stand-ups of the show are that shite. They clearly don't have any stand-ups Netflix. But I honestly, if I was betting money, I would bet they'd be under 2 million by the end of this year. Not saying they're going to be like 500,000, but I think a 1.9 is definitely on the cards.
Well, I believe every Raw we've had so far has been live. I don't believe we've had a taped version of Raw yet in the Netflix era.
Yeah.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every Raw so far has been live. Maybe
they've been live in the country they're at least situated in.
Well, that's live.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But
yeah, so that's live.
But do you think that actually could increase the rating across the world then, if it's in a more suitable location outside of the States?
No.
But I think a good location's Saudi, because that's kind of bang in the middle of like time zones where people in Australia could watch it. Because people want to
but it doesn't matter. People have 7 days to watch it, so it's really irrelevant.
No, that is true, but the good old saying, live TV is supposed to be the must-watch TV, you know? You don't watch it a week later.
Well, Americans aren't getting up at 5 AM to watch this shit, I can guarantee you that. Right, let's get into the clips then, see what had the highest views for the week. So, in first spot, we have Jimmy Uso voicing his concerns to Roman Reigns, 1.1 million. Does anybody care about his voices, his concerns? I certainly don't, but there you go, 1.1 million, Jimmy Uso voices his concerns to Roman Reigns. I think it's insane
that a clip with Jimmy Uso first is fucking 1.1 million. Yo, this
has got Roman Reigns in it, like, so.
It does, but do you think Roman Reigns, his name should be here first?
And how, what, Roman Reigns gets Jimmy Uso's voices?
Put it this way, if this is back in the day, right, and this is a member of the Alliance, like fucking Hugh Morris, for example, questioning Austin's authority, I don't think Austin's at the end of the fucking clip.
I mean, I guess you could title it, Roman Reigns has to listen to Jimmy Uso voice his concerns.
Yeah, why not? I think that would draw more.
Well, that's what I would do, but anyway, the guy's in charge, obviously.
Do you think Roman Reigns looks like a wee Diddy man sitting there? His wee arms?
Yeah,
and the Usos are talking like he's not even there.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to look as small as possible, like shriveled up almost. Trying to like fit into like a tight space almost. I don't know. Trying not to be seen, trying to take up the least amount of space as possible. Right, second spot, Roman Reigns challenges Bronson Reed to a match at Crown Jewel 890k. That's in the second spot, just Roman Reigns beating up some fat guy. Nothing interesting.
That was kind of fun. Well, during the what was it? Bronson Reed said, he said something along the lines of, your tattoos are made at the tattoo shop, mine are earned. I'm surprised he actually came out and said that. But then, why are Bronson Reed's earned? What did he do in Tribal Combat?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's never lost an Australian street fight, so maybe that's it.
I think that buries the bloodline, though. Like, Roman, the whole gimmick isn't the bloodline. Oh, they're these Samoans, man, and they earn their stripes, and he's just went, nah, you got yours at the fucking tattoo parlour. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
Well, can Bronson Reed, what would he get his tattoos for, eating fucking cheeseburgers? I mean, can he confirm what his ink's for? Is it for kills? Is it for bodies? I mean...
Oh, the tribal thief, the amount of trainers he stole. What a guy.
Right, third place, CM Punk and LA Knight versus the Usos, 725k. That's your main event, man.
It is the same shit every week, and then this week, what do you get? Punk versus LA Knight versus Jey Uso. It is the same people week in, week out. I'm sick of this, man.
It's the same three guys that lost the Fatal 4-Way to Seth Rollins a few months ago.
And then what happens is they get attacked by like Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Raw. It's the same old rhetoric, man. Yo, and it's just beatdowns, right? I'm not saying in the Attitude Era you never had the same people feuding. A, they were better, but B, they used to do like different environments, different matches, like a steel fucking cage match wouldn't hurt, a parking lot brawl. It is the same shite in the ring, isn't it though? Oh, we'll do the spot through the barricade. Oh, Braun Breaker, he's going to do laps around the ring. We've never seen that before. It's pathetic.
Aye, I mean, Braun Breaker run the boot like a dog off the leash at a park, trying to run around, sniff every bit of pish to go.
There's too much to go in the boot, man.
Fourth spot, Roman Reigns gives advice to Jey Uso, 707k. So, I mean, you had your wee...
It looks like an AI image or something.
Yeah, just fucking garbage, man. I don't think anyone was excited. I mean, at least they had Roman Reigns appear throughout the show multiple times. I'll give them credit in that regard, but that doesn't make it good, does it?
No. You can't give them credit for something that they should have been doing all along.
Yeah, fifth place, Paul Heyman offers insight into Seth Rollins' future. 546k, basically saying to Seth Rollins, if you do not beat Cody Rhodes, you're out. And I think going into this match, Seth Rollins had like an insane record, 22-0 against Cody Rhodes, so I just don't...
the opposite of Taker's streak.
I don't understand why Seth Rollins is like, well, Paul Heyman, sorry, is telling Seth that you need to win this match by yourself or you're out. Well, Paul Heyman managed Roman Reigns for like 5 years. He didn't win any matches by himself. Paul Heyman aligned himself with Seth Rollins at Mania 41, and that's the only reason Seth Rollins won that match. He didn't win that triple threat match by himself. Since when have they been... I mean, Seth's whole career with the Authority, he never won any... I just don't Bronson Reed didn't beat Roman Reigns by himself. Yeah. So why the fuck is Paul Heyman making these ultimatums? Oh, you need to win this match by yourself or else. Well, why didn't Bronson Reed need to beat Roman Reigns by himself? Well, we all know Bronson Reed wouldn't be able to beat Roman Reigns by himself. But anyway...
I know what's weird about this, though. It hinted at like a heel turn. But then he won the match and they still turned on him. It's just weird. And why so much importance getting put into this crown jewel match? What, for a fucking ring? And a world title? What's Heyman going to do? Fucking sell it?
Yeah,
Melt it down and sell it?
Could almost see the case here if it was an actual world title and it was becoming like an undisputed championship or something like that. But honestly, I didn't really get it. Oh, it's a crown jewel champion, and it doesn't matter. We'll never see the crown, but see those belts. We won't see them until next year. And how big are those belts? I tell you, it looks fucking ridiculous on Seth Rollins, but it looks 10 times worse on Stephanie Fakir. Can you imagine that belt on someone small, like a Roxanne Perez? Holy shit, you wouldn't be able to see her. It'd be like playing hide and seek.
I noticed Triple H put the ring around Fakir's finger, but he didn't put it around Rollins' finger. But that's his daughter, man. What about his son, then? What about his son? He's a big weirdo, Triple H. Anyone condoning that behaviour is fucking just as weird as him.
Right. Sixth spot, we've got CM Punk, LA Knight and Usos getting into an altercation. Just very bland, very boring, nothing exciting here. Oh, CM Punk, LA Knight and Usos getting into an altercation. Like, where's the excitement? Is that the best way you could word that? An altercation?
It's the exact same shit that happened in the main event, though. It's just crap. It's like there's no... See these promos like they get into, there's nothing hard hitting. There's nothing that cuts deep. There's nothing that lasts long in the memory. It's just fucking words at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's all boring shit. Boring shit, right? Seventh spot, Asuka slaps Kairi Sane. That's got 408k. Aye. Anyway, moving into the next one, if we can find it. Right, 8th spot, we have Maxine Dupree scores a huge upset against Becky Lynch. Should have just beat her with a roll-up or something like that, or any sort of win would have done. I thought the match ended like 5 minutes too late, and the count-out victory just seemed a bit shit. And then, didn't make any sense. Becky Lynch not even listening to the referee, and then the referee speeding up her count for no reason whatsoever. That ruined the match for me. But whatever, apparently it's been announced next week. Intercontinental title on the line. We'll see what happens.
Also, right, let's just address this before I forget it. What the fuck happened to Becky Lynch being a part of the Vision, by the way? Where's AJ Lee? Where's all of that? Where actually is AJ Lee? Does Becky Lynch not get a word in about the turn? What the Bronze did on Seth Rollins this past week? It's a clusterfuck how AJ Lee comes back for one SmackDown and like one Raw, has a match, and then is able to fuck off, and she'll be on a massive contract.
Undeserved. Ninth spot, Asuka helps Kairi Sane defeat Io Sky, 333,000 views.
How can like 233,000 people click on this, by the way?
Who?
That Asuka clip.
333.
Well, that makes it even worse. Like, how can people be sitting there like, I'll click on this? Not that there's much more here to click on either. Like
10th spot, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee and Penta take down the Judgment Day, 322k. 11th place, Roxanne Perez sneaks a victory against Lyra Valkyria, 198k. And in last spot, the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins story, part 2. What do you want to talk about? 184k. I mean, I get it. It's a story. It's nothing new happening. It's just reliving the rivalry. But I fucking guarantee you, if you're reliving the rivalry of Austin and Rock, it's not going to be the lowest feud clip of the week. It's just not happening. It's not. Going into Mania 17... if you're reviewing, or Mania 19, and you're reviewing the history of Austin Rock, their clip isn't doing the lowest number in views.
No. Are they fuck behind like a Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria? It's just not happening, and this sums up with these. But these two aren't draws. We know this, man. They're just fucking forced down our throat. And another thing, do you not think the Crossroads has to be like the least protected finisher from a main event or ever?
Yeah, I mean, he needs to hit like 3 of them in a row to win a match.
He hits them off the top rope, and Rollins still kicks it. I think Rollins got injured for that one off the top rope. But yeah, I mean, that's your Raw rating. What a bag of shite that was.
Right, what, 2.4, so it's up 100,000. I'll be back down next week probably, who knows. Won't be long though before we set a brand new record low of 2.2. Anyway guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.